Hey everybody, Moral Scott here to talk you through today's at-home workout. Today's stimulus, build our engine or build our cardio capacity. And how we're going to do that is through some interval training. Shout out to Ike for suggesting some high intensity interval training to be included in these at-home workouts. So today's warm-up, we're going to go 2 rounds, just some movements to get our heart rate up, get our body temperature up, loosen up our shoulders, get us used to the movements we're going to be doing later in the workout. Movement demos for the warm-up coming up next. Jumping jacks, pretty self-explanatory, old middle school gym class style. For inchworms from a standing position, I'll be going down into a high plank. From there, scooting my feet in slowly towards my hands and standing up. What we can also do is at the bottom of that position, grab a push-up and stand back up before I can either use my feet to walk in or my hands to walk backward. For lateral lunges, I'll be taking a big step out to the side, bending that knee. What I can do with the opposite leg is keep it straight, heel on the ground, point my toe upward so I can get a little bit deeper into that squat. This entire time, I'm trying to keep my chest up. Push-ups again are pretty standard. What I'll be going for here is trying to get my chest and hips to the ground before I press up while keeping my body like a plank. If I do need to go onto the knees, that is an option as well. But again, looking for full depth, keeping my elbows tight to my body. 0 count burpees are just a burpee without the push-up. So hands are going to the ground. I'm shooting my feet back and popping back up in order to complete that rep. If we do need to step down and step up, that is an option as well. Just trying to get our heart rate up and our body temperature elevated. Okay, now let's talk about the workout. It's a different structure than we've seen before. We're starting out with a 10-minute EMOM. And EMOM isn't just a term for online parenting, it also stands for every minute on the minute. So, starting with your first minute, you're going to try to achieve 8 burpees per minute. Let's say you finish that within 45 seconds. Fine. You get 15 seconds to rest. So every minute on the minute, you're starting with 8 burpees. If you cannot achieve 8 burpees within that minute, we want to scale down. This is ideally something we want to be able to achieve within maybe 45 to 50 seconds. So giving yourself 10 seconds of rest. So scale down the amount of burpees that we need to do for that. With the burpees, again, if we can't jump up and jump down, what we can do instead is step up, step down, or some combination of the two in order to achieve this movement. But these should be done relatively quickly with no rest in between those individual reps. Once you finished your 10-minute EMOM of 8 burpees per minute, you're moving on to 3 minutes of rest. So just kind of reset the tank. So you can attack the next workout with the same intensity that you did in your first 10-minute EMOM. Second up, 12-minute clock. Every 2 minutes, you're going to run 200 meters. That's about 1/8 of a mile. Again, you can use different trackers on your phone or your watch in order to help gauge that for you. Might not hurt to, before you start this workout, to map that out. Okay? So, starting with that first minute, you're going to go for a 200-meter run. Every 2 minutes after that, you're running a 200, so it'll end up being 6 200-meter runs that you're running throughout the entirety of it. Okay? Ideally, what we're trying to achieve is 1-to-1 work-rest ratio, meaning that you should run a 200 in about a minute and have about a minute to rest before your next one. If we feel like achieving that in around a minute is not possible for us, we can scale that distance back in order to achieve something that resembles more of a 1-to-1 work-rest ratio. In a full burpee, our chest and hips are going to be touching the ground before I come back up. So in this manner, I'm sending my feet back, chest and hips fully to the floor before I come up and give myself a little jump at the top. Again, stepping up and stepping down is an option here as well and can help us maintain our heart rate at a little bit of an easier pace. All right, that is the end of the workout. Thanks for participating. Again, any questions, comments, please leave it in the comments section below, or you can email me at Morrill, that's MORRILL, at kineticcorporatewellness.com.